Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Before we get into today's investigation, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post the tea. Bretman recently took to his Twitter to share some horrific news that had happened at his dad's funeral. He had said, "Can people just let me be sad for once? I'm here in the Philippines for my dad who just passed. Don't come to my house and ask me for pictures." So many people showed up to my dad's funeral uninvited and started taking pics of my dad and my family. Like, why? It's common sense. I just don't understand why people think it's okay to ask me for pictures when my eyes are literally swollen from crying. How are you going to say condolences? Can we take a picture? Now, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. In the past, something similar happened to the Dolan twins at their father's funeral. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In more news, Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star recently released and sold out of their conspiracy palette after a huge build-up to the release date, with a documentary series going in depth behind the scenes into how the product was manufactured. 1.1 million units were sold. However, since the launch, there has been some drama surrounding fans who have received their palettes, and I'm not just talking about one or two fans with product issues. I'm talking about a lot of people. A fan had tweeted stating, "Just got my palette right now. Huge ass Jeffree Star girl, and I own the concealer and brush with love, but your girl found a piece of glove in my eyeshadow pan. Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, so sad that this happened and hope no one's hands touch these. Hashtag Jeffree and Shane, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star." Another fan had responded, "Jacqueline, come get your contamination, girl." Okay, but actually this needs to be addressed right now. People keep finding shit embedded in their palettes. Is this not going to be addressed? Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson. So here's a look at some of these crusted ass shades. A lot of people have apparently been having problems with the sleep paralysis shade. Here we can see someone pulling out a hair out of their sleep paralysis shade. Flaky flaky. And here we can see a bit of latex glove that was in one of the shades. Yummy yummy. Now Spill Sesh, who is a drama channel, had also received a crusted ass palette. She had taken to her Twitter and had stated, "Just received my Jeffree Star Shane Dawson conspiracy palette. I ordered from Beauty Bay and this is how it came. This is straight out of the box. I am so sad. Update on my broken palette. Beauty Bay is offering 40% refund if I keep it, or I can pay to ship it back to them and get refunded for the palette." A fan had responded to Spill Sesh saying, "They offered me a 50% refund, so that's weird that they're only offering you 40%. Here we can see the original message that was sent to Spill Sesh by Beauty Bay stating, "We are sorry to see this item has arrived with you damaged, and in this instance we would like to offer you a 40% refund of the item back onto your paying card if you are willing to keep this product as received." Oh, rude! Spill Sesh had then tweeted, "Paying to ship my broken palette back to the UK for a refund would be equivalent to me just taking the 40% refund they offered me, which is heartbreaking." Ooh, yes, international shipping, damn. Not a fun time. She had then tweeted, "In regards to my broken palette, I think I'm just taking the 40% because shipping it back would be extremely expensive. Does anyone have any tips for me to clean out the other colours? Because sleep paralysis is really in every single other colour." What is wrong with the sleep paralysis shade? Everyone is having issues with it. She had then said, "Addressing the Beauty Bay situation. Obviously, I'm an anonymous account, so when I had an issue with this brand, I contacted them on my account that doesn't have more than a few followers, not this one. I vent on here because my followers care about the YouTube and beauty world. Through this, I've obviously seen/experienced the two different sides to having a problem and how a brand would be so willing to help and reach out to you when you have followers but only offer me 40% refund or pay my own money to ship it back to them and refund only the palette. I didn't tweet about the situation on my other account, so there was no way for Jeffree or Shane to see that. Jeffree says he is working on the situation to make it right for everyone, while on vacation too, might I add. I know it'll be a process, but he does seem to be handling it. I hope everyone gets a fair refund, but I'm saddened that Beauty Bay has contacted me on this account with such urgency to handle this situation for me, but not on my other account. Make it right for the people without an audience, please. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk." Might I add, I won't be letting them help me on this account, so I won't be sharing my identity with them. I would like to see them express this desire to help me on my other account without knowing who I am. That's the tea, sis. Y'all, I'm over Beauty Bay messaging me on this account telling me to give them my info so they can review messages they've sent to me and come to a better resolution. If you want to give me a refund, you gotta do it for everyone else. I haven't been offered one on my IRL account. And I mean full refund. I don't want to pay to ship it back. It's so wrong of them to try and do damage control being so nice to me when a few days ago on my other account, they were just like, here are your options, and I lost money in both scenarios. But now you see someone with a following and you're so nice? No thanks, shoo. Here's another broken palette that I found on Twitter. Someone else had said, at Beauty Bay, I waited 2+ weeks to get my conspiracy palette, and it arrived in a crushed box with broken shadow, and the only protective wrapping was this thin piece of paper. Super disappointed and wishing I could have ordered directly from Jeffree's website. What are your thoughts on the look of this palette? Do you believe it's an issue from Jeffree Star's factory, or do you think it's solely an issue to do with Beauty Bay? Another fan had said, so excited I got my palette, but one of my shades was broken in the conspiracy. Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, can I still use the rest of the palette until I get a replacement? And yet again we see another fan reaching out to Drama Channel saying, I just got my conspiracy palette in the mail and the shade spiraling arrived broken. I ordered it through Jeffree Star Cosmetics website with international shipping. Help. Now here we can see a fan actually opening the packaging on camera, only to be disappointed, heartbroken and shook. She had tweeted, my conspiracy palette is broken. Crying face emojis.
Oh my gosh. Sleep paralysis is all broken. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Wow. I'm so heartbroken. Oh my gosh. After waiting all this time and it's broken. Well, now I'm not even excited anymore.
So the majority of these broken palettes have come from Beauty Bay apparently. However, the hair in the palettes have not yet been explained. Obviously that's something that would have happened in the factory in production. It's just interesting that Jaclyn Hill got a heck ton of hate for her hairy lipsticks, but Jeffree and Shane don't get any hate at all. Honestly, what are your thoughts on this? These are straight facts and I want to know your honest thoughts. Maybe they're not getting hate because they're not compulsive liars, I don't know. Shane Dawson is laying low on the issue regardless, despite people thinking that he would be out here apologising. He hasn't made any recent Instagram stories. The only tweets he's been tweeting are in regards to people being happy about their conspiracy palettes and showing off their looks. According to Spillsesh, Jeffree Star has apparently addressed some of the drama, but in the meantime he's living his best life in Bora Bora, and he's just bought a new house with his partner Nate. Will Shane and Jeffree ever fully address the drama? I guess they will if more and more people come out and expose issues with their palettes, but if not, who knows? What are your thoughts on this drama? Let me know in the comments. In more news, Tana Mango has been going through the gigs since her pretend marriage with Jake Paul. She's clearly in love with him, or so she thinks she is, but it's all just gone downhill by the looks of things since they got married. She's getting all defensive when the media exposes that Jake and his ex have been hanging out. It's very sad to watch. Jake 14 magazine recently posted an article called, according to Erica Costell, Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau's marriage isn't real. The model totally just shaded her ex's new relationship. Tana had responded, according to Tana Mongeau, the media can suck a dick sometimes. Waking up every day to headlines like this is so defeating. Not asking for pity, knowing I subjected myself to this life has cons due to the incredible pros, but according to Tana Mongeau, F this shit. And I know it's unfair to love good press and then be upset over bad press, and I understand people's doubt. I understand me even tweeting this shit is unfair. I just guess I wish people understood what it feels like to be in my shoes. Call our marriage whatever you want, but I do love Jake, and maybe I'm an idiot for it, and maybe all of my dumb mistakes are being aired as they happen in real life, and that sucks. And I know once again I signed up for all of this. I guess I'm just tired, and don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring what I see everywhere. Lastly in today's news, Lauren Curtis exposed why her and Carissa Pukis became enemies. In Lauren Curtis's recent podcast, her and Carissa Pukis exposed all the saucy tea from back in the day, and they handled it in a very classy and professional way. So basically, to sum up the podcast for you, Lauren and Carissa explain that they didn't even really know each other when they first met and filmed together back in the day. So this was all the way back in 2012, and people were making all these assumptions back then that they didn't vibe well together and therefore they hated each other, and people were constantly comparing them. On top of all that, Carissa Pukis had a website called Love Carissa at the time. She was represented by the same management as Lauren Curtis, whose website was called Love Loz, and Carissa got upset about this because Lauren had a bigger following than Carissa at the time, so she felt attacked and she made some snide comments online, sort of a subtweeting type thing. But from Lauren's perspective, she didn't understand what the issue was. She felt Carissa was attacking her, so she got all defensive. Basically, it ended up being the management's fault that put them against each other. Apparently at the time, Carissa Pukis took to a Facebook group and was sub-posting about the drama, not mentioning Lauren's name, but Lauren obviously knew she was talking about her, and that's when Lauren was like, F this beach, and that was the end of that. So how did the pair rekindle their friendship after that drama, while Carissa Purkis actually messaged Lauren at some point further down the line to try and make amends. And they did, because they're lovely girls. The pair also exposed a lot about the early on YouTube industry and how they were the pioneers of it who got used by companies and also their management. It was quite horrific and juicy to hear and get a behind the scenes insight into what the industry was like back in 2012. What are your thoughts on all this drama? Let me know in the comments. That's all for this investigation. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. My social media will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in our next investigation.